Hey, good evening, everyone. Dave Wilson of Result Staffing. This is a great show. It's only about 5 minutes long about exit interviews. Mine. Well, kind of. Be right back. And it stops so quick. All right. My hand's cold today. All right. Remember, always a red folder. Hey, it's always hard to trying to think of what to think about to what you want to discuss. And tonight I was working on some folders here, and I came up with an exit interview. And I was like, oh, you know what? That would be a great show to talk about your exit interviews and your non-competes and, not just be honest and, what you think about it. So I was looking, you start that career and you get your acceptance letter. First of all, always keep a red folder. You see that red? You get your acceptance, from years ago, you get that exciting job and you get all your incentive bonuses and what you're supposed to do. And, which is great. You start your career out and, you don't really understand all the bonus procedures. Trust me. If you're in sales, you try reading those little things. Jesus, after all that, right? So the exit interview, I wanted to just read some questions and what you think about it or what do you think happens to them? So, hey, Bill, there he is. Hey, this will be a good question for you, Bill. Now, I'm just going to go over an exit interview. So I'm going to, not saying it's my own, it's been a year, and hey, Tracy, an exit interview. So you put your name down, the branch, okay, my job title, last day worked, my ending salary. Okay, supervisor, I knew who that was, right? Now, reasons for leaving your job. Now, this is an exit interview that we had to do. So dislike type of work. Now you can check your top 3 reasons. This is from HR. So nothing against HR departments. I love HR. They scare the living hell out of me. This is why. So amount of work, too great, right? Hours, pay, benefits, lack of recognition, lack of advancement for self-employment. Now you have to check out 3 top reasons. Quality of supervision. I'm sorry, I'm not going to laugh at that one. Conflict with supervisor. Woo, you think? Family circumstances, driving distance, relocation, and involuntary. So that's your first. You got to check 3. Now your next one. Please explain what initially prompted you to seek other employment. Now you might all have the same if you've ever done one in your life. But you always wonder, it's like anything when they say they have that file or your resume goes into a file or something. But what happens with these? How long have you been thinking about leaving? 1 month or less, right, Tracy? Right? Hey, Steve. Oh, God, Steve, you're going to get me all wound up, Steve, between you and Tracy. Oh, Jesus. So how long you've been thinking about leaving your job? 1 month or less. You had to check one. 1 to 5 months. Or more than 5 months. Woo! That was a difficult one. I even done it yet. I haven't done it. And there's no disrespect. I love my companies. I always have. Then the next one. Please answer the questions 1 through 7. Use the scale below. Thank you, Tracy. Please answer the questions 1 through 7. And how would you answer it in your own job if you had left? Let's see. In regard to your supervisor, boo-hoo, here we go. I know, Steve, this is the good one. We should have done this on the show. So I just pulled this out of an email. Demonstrated fair and partial treatment. Please choose an option. Never, sometimes, usually, often, or always. So at least they numbered a 1 through 5. Provided recognition on the job. Please choose option. This is so cheesy. Encouraged and listened to suggestions. Wow, I wonder if you chose 3, what they would think of you on that one. Resolve complaints and problems. Now I love all this. Followed company policies and procedures. Now, I'm sure some of these people in this comment section over here have always done this. Listen to this one. Please answer questions 8 through 17. Now, you're supposed to do this when you get, whether you resign or you walk out or you quit or they fire you, you're supposed to answer these. So please answer questions 8 through 17. All right. 1 being poor, 5 being excellent. Okay. Cooperation and communication with your branch department. Well, sorry. Cooperation and communication with companys as a whole. That's a real good question. I wonder who wrote that one in a meeting, right? How do you even rate that? Cooperation and communication with a company as a whole. Your new hire orientation with human resources. Okay. You could say it was bad now. What are they going to do, right? Your in branch on the job training. Yeah, there's your desk. There you go. Training courses taken through learning and development. Okay, I can see that one. Steve, here's your favorite. Employee morale within your branch or department. See, I have not had such a detailed. I know. I have to do it, Cynthia. Since I read your email tonight about that company, I pulled everything out. You used to see all this, and this is going to get funny. So, and I hope you got a job sooner or later. We got to get you a job. So let's see this next one. Opportunity for advancement within the company. So that was great. Okay. Your base salary. What does it really matter? So if you put poor or you put excellent, what do you think they're going to do? Do you think anybody read this thing? Your benefit package. Well, of course it was good. And I like the companies. But then this one, page 3, was your workload usually too great? Oh, God, Brian. Oh, God, there he is. Brian, I got it all out. I got it all out on my desk here. Oh, he loved this. So that's quite the exit. I know. Yeah, you never had one, Brian. I know. I didn't even do this yet. I got to do it now. It's been over a year and 3 months. Now, was your workload usually too great, about right, or too light? Now, I'm just saying, this is an exit interview. Are you serious? So I just finally looked at it, and it's nothing against. Again, I love companies. I think they're great. My question to you tonight is, what do you think happens to these? So, comments. Okay, what did you like most about your job in your company? Well, that's a good question. Hey, Jenny, how you doing? I like that one. What did you like least about your job or the company? Okay, I can see that. I'm sorry about laughing, but these are funny. This is like grade school. What improvements could we have made that may have resulted in your not choosing to leave? Now, that one I had to think about a lot because that was when there was pages of it that could answer that question. Okay. And what would you consider returning? Now, this one's good. What would it be? Oh, wait a minute. What did you like? Hold on a second. What improvements could we have made that may have resulted in you not choosing to leave? You could probably answer that one pretty good. If you could change one thing about the company, what would it be? Wow. I know, Brian. I'm going to be honest. It's coming. It's coming here, Brian. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 sections and the red folder. So, would you consider returning? If so, under what circumstances? Who could really answer that? Seriously, again, this is just an exit interview. Okay. Next one. Oh, this is funny. Please answer questions one through never, sometimes, usually, often, always. Brian, I should be answering. You should answer these, Brian, as we go along. Demonstrated fair and impartial treatment. Please choose an option. Encourage and listen to suggestions. Oh, whoa, that was a good one. No one would think that. Oh, this is nothing yet, man. Wait, this is going to even get you going. Provided recognition on the job. Brian, you got some good recognition you did. I remember that day. Resolved complaints and problems. Whew, God, I'm laughing now, right? Please choose an option. Never, sometimes, usually, often, or always. This feels like one of those tests that they should put you on always, right? All right. Brian, let's see. Followed company policies and procedures. Choose an option. Oof, that's a good one. All right. Please answer. Wow, look at this one. Your base. Well, it would be like my base salary. Oh, wait a minute. Would you consider returning? Oh, additional comments. All right. So that's like 4 pages. So when I looked at that, oh, hold on. Oh, driving distance. Involuntary, conflict with coworkers, conflict with supervisor, for self-employment. Wow, this thing went on and on and on. I'm not kidding you. It's right here. There's a lot of it. All right, so let's just say that you did. I would be out the door if I answered question number 1. I know. Wow, this is a good show tonight for it. So let's just say you did, and now comes the next part. What do I want to bring up first here? Oh, the thing that I never heard of afterwards was non-compete. Okay, because that's when that comes out. So I didn't even know what a non-compete was. I'm just being honest. And great companies to work for. Everybody usually gets the non-competes. But my question is, after somebody's been through this, no choice for driving distance. I know that you were 1 mile. Do you agree with the non-competes? I know I had to wait a year. Usually everybody does. And you have the same thing. This stuff was so fine printed that I didn't even understand when I read half of it all. Do you think it's fair if you were let go voluntarily and you should have to abide by it? Or if it was something I could see you really deserved maybe to get terminated, I could see. But what if it wasn't your fault? Do you think that you should have to pay for someone else's mistake? I imagine some would feel more apt to respond to those questions honestly upon exit, or the opposite side. This is what's nice about that. That's an honest answer. Kara, that was awesome. Because you should not have to let me get out of that point. You should not have to get to all this. Let me just turn the pages. Because if you were to have been honest, if you were honest and you went through all this, that shouldn't have happened, right? But the non-competes, I'm kind of mixed on them, because if it really wasn't your fault, you did so much reading on these things, and I'm not sure whether or not they're really binding. Some of them are. I mean, some people were telling me, if you only should make if you make under $100,000, you shouldn't be held to non-competes. It was kind of vague back in the day there. I couldn't even understand half of all this. It's just so small. And now I have glasses and I still don't wear them. But then came your resignation letter. It's going up here. It's going up on my wall here, because I always want to be remembered about what's happened. And again, I want to see what Bill says there. Non-compliance are not always valid depending on what state your company's located and where you live. Right. PA is a little bit different. I know it's employment at will, but when you go to the attorneys, and don't get me started there, because then you want to start your own company, and then the attorneys get all going in there. But your resignation, that was long. Look how long mine is. Look at that. I typed all that myself, Brian. Look at it. But it was very heartfelt. It was very honest. I think you can be honest. You should be honest through your whole time. That's what I'm trying to bring up here tonight. It's not about being funny or, the exit interviews. I I doubt very much that it's there, because when I got a letter back, it said that for Cobra, that it was for termination. And I was like, I wasn't terminated. But they say that they use this for Cobra, and that's just the language that they use, termination. Probably termination. There's just so much paperwork here. So I didn't, when you're let go, I've never heard of that should be termination, because if you weren't terminated, you know, I don't understand. Uh-oh, what am I saying question mark for? Did I speak out? Oh, it's getting there, Brian. I'm getting there. Brian's very excited for this. So let me go. So exit interview, your non-competes, which I believe. Your acceptance letter. All the things in sales that you were supposed to get. And then when you sit back and you actually read everything, you didn't get any. I didn't get any of this. And again, this is kind of the stuff that you need to, I know this is a subject that a lot of people can't talk about and some people can. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because a lot of this shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen at all, to where at least you're not confused about everything. You shouldn't be confused of why it says terminated. You shouldn't be confused of why you're writing a resignation letter for anything of that. Social media has become a powerful tool for good and bad. To share. You guys are funny tonight. You guys are really being funny. But then, okay. So here was your problems, problems, issues, Family Leave Act. I am not kidding you. What else do we have here? Oh, your FMLA. Oh, okay. Well, Brian, the moral of the story is, after this is all said and done and you go through I'm not kidding you. If you are in any kind of staffing, all this, all goes in here, right in there. That was years and years of dedication. That's what it was. So that is dedication. And the only gratitude of the whole thing is when one bad boss, just again, everybody, one bad boss can change your life. One bad boss, if you don't utilize and go to your HR department, if you're having problems, speak up. Don't sit back and do what a lot of people have done. And on hindsight, I don't regret what happened through my process. But other people need to stick up for yourselves. If you're having problems, you go to the supervisor. If you can confront it right there, that will probably somewhat change the path. When you make the change to the person or confront the person, you say, I don't like the way you said that to me. Or what do you mean? What do you mean? I agree, Jane. You say, what a waste of trees. I know. But so confront the issue. Just do it very professionally, because if you didn't do anything wrong, it's their job as a supervisor to really teach you and really come back and give you suggestions. Not the type of boss that just says, this is how it's done and you do it. Those days are over. All right. Maybe back in the years from the military and supervision and manufacture, it was bad. But here he is. Yes, your bad boss lost one of the greatest assets. That's right. But my bad boss was let go. About a week ago, my bad boss was let go. So am I happy? Yes. Am I mad about it now? No. I mean, you go through things in your life that you sit back and you wonder why my plans weren't that. My plans, I didn't believe I'm starting a staffing company. My plans wasn't talking to some people that with a non-compete don't talk to you. When you leave, you're gone. I mean, I haven't talked to people sometimes in a year. You know, everybody's afraid, and I get it. I guess with non-competes, and you don't want to say, hey, they spoke with Janie, they spoke with Cynthia, you know, I got let go just once, but they wouldn't give me a reason. You're right. And that, Janie, that is another thing that when you let people go, I really believe out of respect, you need to really, if you've done everything to change the modification behavior, right? You've changed the behavior, you've done it all, then I believe the person should be, you know, terminated or let go. But if not, that's up to you, you know, boo-hoo. But just go through your HR department, go through all your other places, check out your non-compete. Maybe you didn't know you even had one. You know, if you're in staffing and you're in different industries, you know, you could, you don't know it. And then when you try to go to find another job, but majority of those times afterwards, you know, afterwards you'll know. So let's see, carriage. Let's see, coach up, not immediately out. Right. And that's what brings on the discussion tonight. It wasn't about all that. That was just, it just spurred a moment of what my show was about tonight. I was like, well, what is all this stuff? And I pulled that damn folder out, and I shouldn't have pulled it out. But so just work it out. So on that note, everybody, hey, that was my show tonight. So it was just about, I'm going to put something new up on the wall over here. My life of trees. So have a good night, everybody.